If you want the link to my new porno video, send me a message in my inbox. If not, today we're about to be talking about biology made simple. Peace to the gods. Attune, welcome back to Chance, welcome back to Opportunity. I'm Master Tru, Master Disciple of the Most High Chief Baba G, and let's get right into it. The reason why people feel like they can treat themselves however they want to, the reason why people feel like they can do whatever they want to do is because they don't have no understanding. They making decisions from a very subjective place, or a place that's based on how they personally feel and, their personal opinions. But it's not based in anything objective, anything that is based in actual facts or scientific evidence, anything that can actually be proven by observing the patterns of nature. And today, I want to make it real simple, man. Real simple. Just to get you to think. Because I remember my Babylon grandma told me that common sense ain't so common no more. I want to start with the hair. Leave your hair alone, man. Stop thinking that you have to do certain things simply because it's the new wave or it's the trend. And start asking yourself, what type of effect is this going to have on my body? For example, your hair is constantly growing out of your head throughout the duration of your life, non-stop. That is a clear sign, a clear indication that it's not supposed to be cut. Your body knows what it's doing. The best thing you can do with your body is leave it the fuck alone and let it do what it do. Your hair, because you don't know this, it's the reason why you treat your hair the way you treat it. Your hair is connected to your spinal cord. Your hair is connected to your brain. Your hair is an extension of your nervous system. Your hair acts as an antenna for consciousness, an antenna that is trying to communicate with your environment. Now, what happens, right? Let's make this simple. Let's make it congruent. Let's make it relative. What happens when you tamper with the antenna on a radio? What happens when you tamper with the antenna on a satellite? You disrupt that device's ability to send and receive information. That device begins to receive a distorted signal, a distorted image. The same thing is going on with you, and you don't make this connection because of what? Your environment. You are a cell. You understand that? Just like an ice sculpture is water because it's made up of water. You are a cell because you're made up of trillions and trillions and trillions of cells. Now, when you study the nature of a cell, you understand that a cell is a miniature person. So when you understand the workings of a cell, you can directly understand the workings of people. A cell, when exposed to any environment, any culture medium, petri dish, that cell instantly begins to take on the qualities of its environment, meaning that a cell is a direct reflection of its environment, and the idea that you're making your own decisions is an illusion. You are always going to be reflective of the environment that you're in. The signals you receive are going to determine the deactivation and the activation of your genes. Contrary to popular belief, genes don't do anything inherently alone. Genes have to be activated and deactivated. You could have the gene for Alzheimer's right now, inherited from your mother or father or your grandmother, so on and so forth. But it is not until a signal comes and allows that gene to be activated does your body begin to experience the effects of Alzheimer's. A lot of us are carrying very destructive genes right now. But because we're eating healthy, those genes aren't getting activated. Because we're living healthy, those genes aren't getting activated. Because we're around healthy people, those genes aren't getting activated. You have to become a match for genes to be activated. If you eating good, you're not gonna experience heart attack and heart failure and stroke. Because the food that you're eating is what actually activates those genes. Because the food carries its own set of instructions. This is why the statement, you are what you eat, is dead on accurate. It's not a cliche statement. It's not just a statement to be said. It is true. What you are is a residual of the signals and instructions you receive from your environment, whether that be from your food you're eating, the sunlight, the water, the oxygen, the people, the music, the television, whatever, the radio, whatever it is, these electrical signals are turning on or turning off genes, and these genes are telling your cells what to do or what not to do. What I'm saying is that as a cell, you have to understand that there's certain things you have to do in order for you to experience your greatest self. This is biology. This is epigenetics. A cell is governed by its environment. The gene itself does nothing without the proper instructions of activation and deactivation. So what I'm saying to you is that the reason why you do the things you do is because of your environment. The reason you even thought to dye your hair, if you're in your natural environment, you would never dye your hair. When you're in your natural environment, you would never cut your hair. It doesn't make any logical sense to do so. You would never perm your hair or straighten your hair. You would leave it alone. You would let it do what it do, just like you leave your ears alone, just like you leave your nose alone, you leave your tongue alone, you leave your arms alone, you leave your balls alone, you leave your ass alone, you leave everything on your body alone, but you around this bitch fucking with your hair because your environment is telling you to do so, and you have no ability to think outside this box and be like, why the fuck am I cutting my hair and it just keeps wanting to grow? Why am I dyeing my hair? Isn't it that color for a reason? Yes, your hair is that color for a reason, because black and dark brown are indications, because colors indicate it has a direct connection with light. The darker a color is, that means that it has a higher capacity to absorb light, and light is consciousness. When something is white, it means it's reflecting light. It's not absorbing it. So your hair is its color for a reason, so it can absorb a higher consciousness of it, so it can absorb a higher consciousness, a higher frequency of light, and you're fucking dying it. That's dumb, because you don't know that you're dumb. And because you don't know that you're dumb, you do it to fit in, because fitting in is more important to you than being objective and asking questions about why am I doing the shit that I'm doing. The reason why you're living in an environment that has a winter season is because you're dumb. The first step to getting intelligent is to first acknowledge that you're a fucking idiot. The reason you're living in the northern hemisphere in cold climates is because you live in a culture that's okay with resisting and withstanding these winter seasons. When clearly, if you use your common sense, I remember my Babylon grandmother told me that common sense ain't so common. If you use your common sense and look at your body, nigga. Look at you directly. You don't have no fur. Without the system, without the textile industry, the clothing industry, you would get your ass the fuck up out of there when the winter season comes, because your skin, your avatar, you nigga, look at yourself. You are not designed to be in these cold climates. You don't have fur. You're not built for that shit. Your skin is supposed to be exposed to the sunlight so you can get the proper UVB radiation, to get vitamin D, to get calcium, so you can have strong bones, bro. You're not supposed to be in these areas. Common sense will tell you that when it get cold, it's a clear sign that I'm not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be in a tropical environment between the tropical Cancer and the tropical Capricorn, where it stays sunny, where it stays moderate, where it stays temperate year round. This also creates an environment where an abundance of food is, so you don't have to burn oils and gases and pollute the ocean and the sky just to transport the shit you need to survive. Any animal in nature is going to go back to its natural environment where its food is. You have to be an idiot to do import and export. Just go to where your food is, motherfucker. Your food is there. The sun is there. The green is there. Everything that you need is in this area, closer to the equator. Why would you resist nature to stay in America, to stay in Europe, to stay in Canada? For what? When you release an animal from the zoo, do you think that that animal is going to get an apartment around the zoo? You think the animal is going to vote for equal rights in the zoo? When a nigga get out of prison, you think he's concerned with making prison a better place? No, they don't want nothing to do with these environments once they realize that they're not supposed to be there. Think. Also, take your fucking shoes off. Look at the bottom of your feet. Look at the bottom of your hands. It's like that for a reason. You're supposed to be connected to the earth because the earth balances you. You're an electrical being. You're electrical, dude. There's nothing but impulses going. The reason I'm able to talk, the reason I'm able to smell, hear, see, do this, and throw up gang signs is because of electrical signals. I'm breathing because of electrical signals. I fart because of electrical signals. You hear me because of electrical signals. You can punch a nigga in his eye because of electrical signals. You're on this phone because of an electrical signal. Everything is an electrical signal. And when an electrical entity is not properly grounded, it begins to what? Short circuit. It begins to trip. It begins to experience a miscommunication. And whenever there's a miscommunication between cells, you experience things like excess mucus, inflammation, stress. The number one and only cause of all disease is stress. Disease is nothing more than a stress signal from the body that something is not right. And a part of the reason why you're not healthy is because you're not grounded, my nigga. Grounding releases those excess electrons, those free radicals from your body. And it calms you down, it relaxes you, it soothes you. It brings you back into harmony. It gives you your chi back. Review. Leave your fucking hair alone. Take your shirt off. Get closer to the sun. Take your shoes off. These things are holding you back. These things are literally blocking you. They're insulators between you and God. God is anything that sustains your life. You need the sun, nigga. You need your hair. You need water. You need oxygen. You need to be connected to the earth, and there's no supplement for it. There's no amount of money that can go around this truth. If you don't get back in tune with the earth, God, nature, you will die. You will perish along with the cancer cells. The entities that don't know that they're cells inside of their own body. The entities that feel like they can do, be, say, live however they want to. I'm going to leave you with this. If you zoomed into your body and a cell or a group of cells were acting the way that humanity acts upon this planet, what would you want to happen to them? Peace to the gods. I love myself.